thorn the worm right through the fuck glue gland. So that is my time. You've been glorious. I've been Jake Jaffe. Good night.
Over the word, stuff. All right, we've got one act left. Are we excited for the technical headliner of the show? Yeah! Regular, very good act. Keep it. Come on. Thank you.
That's what we're doing. I always get confused with that whole, do you do that thing? You do that? Do you do that? Or do you do that? Because I get confused and then I end up going like that. Because I rock, paper, scissors. And I did it with a girl the other week, and it turns out I'm a lesbian. So, real pleasure to be here. I didn't get to I didn't get to hear the backstories. What are you guys doing? Studenting. And what are you studying? Real estate. That's so much better than the pretend stuff, isn't it? Like in Monopoly, you go into studying. Okay, so this side of the room, how's it going? Alright, so I haven't really produced much because I wasn't going to do anything that I'm going to do. I'm really bad at procrastinating. I'm not really good at procrastinating, rather. I just procrastinate all the time, which is why I gave up free-fall parachuting. Just didn't work out. Just like, oh, for fuck's sake, we've still got 100 feet to go, or whatever. So I'd like to say something before I start, but unfortunately I've started. So I'm going to do that next week. I actually went parachuting last week, shot 4 parrots. So Dylan said something that caught me out there, because it's an illegal war. Is that right? The American war is an illegal war? That just sounds like bollocks to me. Of course it's a fucking illegal war, isn't it? You go, oh man, that was killed. Was the war legal? Yeah, it was legal. Oh, well, that's all right then, isn't it? I mean, if you came down the street in Reading, there were 2 guys fighting, you go, sorry, can I stop? Is this illegal? Oh, well, you better stop then. As long as it's legal, for fuck's sake. So, notes here, I'm going to do a little bit of mind reading. I'm going to read your mind, so I'm going to read your mind. So, I know what you're thinking. It's going to be some kind of stupid trick. Am I right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Perfect. So, kind of self-working joke there. So yeah, I've just actually come out of a 5-year same-sex relationship. Thank you very much indeed. With a girl. I was just fed up with the same fucking sex. And that really, it left me with a new philosophy in life, a new motto in life, which is basically this: once bitten, no more blowjobs. So I've been watching a lot of television, well not a lot of television, just the front. Because you know, pointless. I've got a remote control TV. By remote control, I don't mean it zips around the furniture and banging into the walls. I don't mean that would be pointless. It's very hard to watch. It's remote control, you know, the little gizmo that you've got there. And with my TV, when you turn the volume up now, a little graph comes up to show you that it's got louder. Do you know what I mean? Like, in case deaf people want to know. When you turn it off, a little red light comes on to tell you that it's off. Do you know what I mean? Like, in case the complete lack of sound and picture isn't enough. And the guy in the shop, like, that's the standby button. I said, I've been standing by it for half a fucking hour, it hasn't done anything. So I've been watching a little bit of that, and I was watching some YouTube stuff, like the court videos. You know, when they have people in court. There was a car crash that basically happened, and it always, when it comes on news, it always freaks me out. They go, there was a serious car crash, whatever, there was 5 people were injured, 2 of them seriously. I'm like, you shouldn't joke about things like that. How many people were injured? Was it 5? 5, no, 2 of them seriously. Sorry, joking. And because when I was a kid, I thought you could only be one thing. I thought you could only like be a fireman, or you could be a dustbin man, or you could be a bank robber, or you could be a pedestrian. I thought you could only be one thing. And so like when there was a court case and they had things like, you know, 3 innocent bystanders were hurt, I always thought, well, that's your fault for being an innocent bystander. Do you know what I mean? It's like being a plane crash victim. If you're on an aeroplane, what do? I'm a plane crash victim. Shit, how many of there are you on the plane? So I always thought I'd rather be a passerby Because then you see what's happening, but you don't get involved. And then I thought, if I was like in court or whatever, because they, on the news they always go, a man appeared in court today, and I just thought everyone else go, whoa, fuck, where did you go? Fuck, man, that's amazing, isn't it? Because if there was a court case, I'd like to be a witness, just so the judge would go to me, Mr. Welcome, would you please tell us in your own words precisely what happened on Tuesday the 15th of July? And I would go, flobbermonk, paching, ole, kaka, kaka. And when they go, what the fuck you on about? I go, you said in my own words. Can't have it both ways. So, what else we got? Yeah, deja vu. I've been getting deja vu. Do you get deja vu? You know, when you're searching the internet, you think, I'm sure I've Googled this before. Such deja vu. Right. Is anyone else angry about the weather? It's not even a joke, I'm just fucking angry with the weather. I know we're all in the same boat, but it's gone on too long. It's like, you just go ahead, it's still cold and rainy and it's cloudy and the sun's up in the sky, but it's the clouds that are stopping it. And then years ago it was like global warming, and then some cunt stopped that. That was going to be really good, and now it's like, oh, it's climate change. Oh, climate, yeah, that's all the climate fucking does is change. You haven't told us anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like saying it's wet water. I know it's climate change, and then they go, you got to look after the climate. You go, do you know how big the fucking climate is? The surface area of the Earth is 200 million square miles, and it goes up about 10 miles, so that's like 2 billion cubic miles of fucking air. There's 8 billion people, so there's about a quarter of a cubic fucking mile of air. Do you know how big quarter of a cubic fucking mile is, mate? Bigger than your mum. Almost. And there you go, look after the climate. You go, I couldn't fucking damage the climate if I really hated it and tried. Well, you go, what difference is that going to fucking make to anything? So, I like music. Do you like music? Do you like music? Yeah, good. What kind of music do you like? I like really good music. Yeah. Kanye West? Was he walking down the street with like a big black bag on his face? Was that Kanye West? Who thinks he's like God's gift to something? Yeah? Was there an interview with him he just had a black, am I got that right? Yeah. I just saw some reporter was talking to, there's no joke about this, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Walk around with a bin bag on your face, I don't know. Anyway, so the thing is, yeah, I don't like bad music, that's what I like. I was listening to some of that Gregorian chant music. Have you listened to that Gregorian chant music? It's alright, I can't tell if it's Greg or Ian. But I was listening to Beethoven's second piano concerto. Has anyone heard Beethoven's second piano concerto? It is really fucking, considering it's only his second piano concerto, it is brilliant. So I'm implying that he'd only written 2 notes, because obviously he practiced a lot before that. He would just go out and go, now we get a piano concerto, that's rubbish. Well, wait till you hear the second one. So, yeah, I've got a mate who's got really bad luck. He lost his job a while back, and that was really bad luck. And basically the bottom just fell out of his world. And then a couple of weeks later, he actually got chronic diarrhea. The world fell out of his bottom. So he was kind of unfortunately lucky. You know, he wanted to become a professional diver, but he was the kind of bloke that always landed on his feet, so it didn't work out. So I'm implying that literally, if you were on his feet, wouldn't be good if you were diving. I went swimming a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not even joking, it's like whatever it is, Rivermead pool there, and you've got to book a thing, you've got to put your fucking pronouns in, and your age, and your date of birth, and all this kind of shit, and then you get in there, and I swam a few lengths, and then I jumped out of the pool, and I jumped in the diving pool, I went off the diving pool, into the diving pool, I thought, oh, that was quite fun, I'll do it again, and as I was coming out of the diving pool, this guy came over, excuse me, you've got to register for the dive. What's this society coming to that you can't just fucking jump in the diving pool? You've got to book it in advance on your fucking phone, even if you're in the swimming pool. There's no joke with that. It's just like, what the hell? So that's that thing. What else? Yeah. So apparently, Xmas Society. Have you heard about that? They're not getting any lottery funding anymore. Did you hear about that? No, it's terrible. They're going to bring out their own scratch cards. And I've got a really problem with my short-term memory. I don't know if I told you that earlier, but when I wake up in the morning, I go down and I have a shower, and I get in the shower. What I do, I brush my teeth in the shower, then I have a shave in the shower, and then I wash my hair in the shower. And while I'm washing my hair, I sometimes think, have I brushed my teeth? Do you ever do that? You forget, even though it's like, yeah, and you're like, and then that makes me fucking worry about my short-term memory, because when I'm in the shower, like, I will brush my teeth, then I'll have a shave, and then I'll wash my hair. And while I'm washing my hair, I think, have I brushed my teeth already? Do you know what I mean? And that worries me, because I think, is my short-term memory gone? Do you know what I mean? Because in the morning, when I have a shower, I will brush my teeth, and then have I told you this before? So anyway, okay, if there was an elephant in the room, right, that was wearing the Emperor's invisible robe, should you talk about it or not? Did anyone notice? Like, that's the, I don't know where that was. So, yeah. Is it alright for paedophiles to get in touch with their inner child? Do you know what I mean? As long as they don't take photos. I don't know how that works. I'm not into that whole confusing thing. Do you know you can't even drive in London these days if you're gay? Did you hear about all that? But the girlfriend I know was with her wife, you know, whatever, which is fine, all ethic. They drove into London, had a little picnic, had a nice time, came out, got home the next day, letter through the post, £100 fine, it just said, you les. So another mate of mine died. He was very kind of philosophical, and his philosophy was like, oh, you know, take everything with a pinch of salt. You know, it's bad about it, take it with a pinch of salt. Oh, it's bad about the swimming pool, take it with a pinch of salt. Unfortunately, he did that when he was taking salt. So every pinch of salt he took with a pinch of salt, and he just too much salt. And that's about. I used to be a gynecologist, which was all right. I had to look up some old friends, but I was fed up of getting the tube to work every day. So eventually, I got a job vacuuming the excess lardy tissue out of grossly overweight people, which was right. I did that for. I didn't do it for the fame or the respect or even the money. I did it purely for the drop fatty suction. Shall I leave it at that, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, welcome everyone. That's our show. We're here every Monday until September, until death. And yeah, thank you so much for coming.